taking what's given. You know what it is at the city. Girl free to if you don't wear wide. When it comes to paper, that's that I require. When it comes to power, that's that I desire. For real.
It's 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm on the block. Ain't no time for no sleeping, no yawning, no whatnot. 12 running around creeping and peeping for the. We be moving with caution. The block.
I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by... Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Today's game continues this Brooklyn Nets homestand. And, of course, Moses Brown. Team moving on here without him.
What the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their young players are ready to take on more responsibility, and they're going to be more minutes for guys that weren't seeing a whole lot of them before.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish. And we're going to see guys moving the ball. And, Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Caruso. From deep three-point range. And that's collected by Bogut. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a three-point game. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Harden with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Bogut. On the wing, Melton. Screen by Bogut. Tries again. Melton, no good.
And, you know, D'Anthony Melton's progression as a shooter has been impressive.
Yeah, he struggled on the pull-up jumpers early in his career, but he worked at it, and now he's very efficient. His offense is almost as good as his defense at this point.
And the jam by Harden.
Just superb work in transition. This is where he really becomes an absolute problem.
They swipe it. Outside, George. Harden left side. That shot misses. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Simmons inside. No good with the layup. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Outside, George. From downtown. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not get that third.
Pass to Vucevic. Outside for Simmons. Can they get it? And Simmons slams it in.
And when you're a high-usage player like Vucevic, you have to keep your head up and be willing to make the next pass.
Now, here is Harden. On deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%. What you love about Vucevic, the consistency, solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
Now, here is George. No good from Bogut. And that's trailed by 5. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they failed to do those 2 things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, it didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thank you, David. You know, Greg, adding to that for Vucevic, the last 2 seasons, he's been excellent in the playoffs.
Great point, Kevin. His numbers were up over what he did in the regular season. He hits clutch shots, gives them a physical presence, and he is just a rock in the middle.
And then Durant with the jam.
What an athletic play by Durant. This man, what can't he do?
Harden scanning the floor. Outside, George. Pass to Bogut. Outside for George. 4 on the shot clock. Over Simmons. Bank shot, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Brooklyn making a change here. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
your Brooklyn Nets. Make some noise, everyone.
And the Clippers making a change here. Simmons left side. Pass to McGee. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 3. And here's Harden. 5 points in the game. Here's George. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
To the middle. Here's McGee. And it's rebounded by Covington. Here's Harden. The layup missed. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. Live from Brooklyn, New York. You're watching 2K Sport. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 5.
Well, I play for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Here's Harden. Outside, George. Can't hit that one. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Takes it out to Covington. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Harden outside. There's a screen by Covington. Just 5 on the clock. And Harden with the stuff.
Moving downhill, Harden can be so wily. Cutting through the D, right to a shot.
Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Zubac. A second chance effort. McGee with the block. And they'll get another chance. Harden up top. He has 7. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Good advice. David, thanks. Here's Redick. And the rejection by Zubac. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And George, here we go. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And the Clippers call time here. One thing you hear about officiating is you're able to get away with much more in the paint, Richard, than you are on the perimeter. So what's the solution? Call it closer in the paint and looser on the outside? Where should we go?
I I think you just need to let him play everywhere, to tell you the truth, because I like it when games become a little bit more physical, because you get to see who's in the best condition. You get to see who are the stronger players. And then up top, you got to be smart, because the smart will take from the strong.
So both teams making some changes here. Now the Clippers with it.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Clippers in the lead. Batum with the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Morris throws it down.
Now, Kyrie has the ability to rack up a ton of assists. He knows how to find the open man.
Here's Wall. Misses in close. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Vucevic trying to get open. We've got 1:08 left here in the second. To the inside. Here's Batum. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn Nets. Give it up for the Brooklyn Nets.
1:02 left to play here in the half. Simmons inside. Durant wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Batum with the ball. He's picked up by KD. Here's Zubac. Tries yet again. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wall attacking. Vucevic with the rebound. Now here's Simmons. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Launches it. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
What a way to end the half there, guys. Big time three to take the lead at the buzzer.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Simmons.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Back to Caruso. The Nets working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Simmons inside. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, it's Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. And I think it's a conversation.
No good from Bogut. Nets leading by 3. Simmons with it. George picks him up. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
On the free throw, no good. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believe in ourselves. We sometimes forget how solid Irving is when it comes to his passing. Great find there.
Outside, George from deep 3-point range from beyond the arc and then some. George has got 6 points.
And that's in the gym range, Kevin. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
On the wing, Irving. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Vucevic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Andrew Bogut.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And for years, it has seemed like Nikola Vucevic has been so underrated. Multi-time All-Star. This is a big man that really does it all.
The shot by George, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
And, Richard, it seems as though it's easy to take Vucevic for granted.
Yeah, and it's so strange. He consistently puts up great numbers and plays his role to perfection. A big guy that any team would love to have, especially when you consider how efficient he is.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Takes it off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
They haven't looked the same on defense during this second half. Seems like they are relaxing and allowing them to get whatever shot they want.
Here's Zubac. And again, unable to change momentum here. Irving with the ball. Started down by Jackson. And he makes that one. And it's a 12-point Nets lead.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Caruso, no good. Clippers trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
On the wing, Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 14-5 run. Outside Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Batum. Cranes the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Timeout called, the Nets. Stolen by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And so it's Brooklyn. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And don't go away. We'll be... And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Now Harden. Outside, George. Inside. Stolen by McGee. Here we go, one-on-one. And the slam dunk by McGee.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Nobody near Milton. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Melton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Right side, Irving. Outside, KD. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, Covington. Harden outside. McGee with the block. They get it back. 6 to shoot. Here's Melton. Harden trying to get open. Melton, no good. Nets leading by 11. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Harris. From deep. He can't hit that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Melton with the ball. Stolen by McGee. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Down low. Kicks it out to Harden. Screen by Bogut. Harden outside. Looking to get back on track here. And the jam by Harden.
Athletic move by Harden. Okay, I see you throwing it down on top of the defense.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. They have a 9-point lead. The 3 from KD. The rebound by Harden. And so here are the Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Puts up a 3. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Questionable shot selection on that dude. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Irving attacking. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 11.
Look, Kyrie doesn't need any encouragement to just do what he does because that's the type of handle that he has. He's going to go out there and he's going to show everyone what he's capable of every night.
There's 1:47 left here in the fourth quarter. KD can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 9. In the corner, George with it. Pass to Melton. McGee with the block. And here is Harris. Irving up top. And it's sent back by Bogut.
And with that condor-like wingspan, Bogut says,
The Nets making a switch here. Here is Durant. Lock at 6. Nobody near Irving. Knocks down the 3 ball.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nets.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Pass to Covington. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Shooting for the Clippers, James Harden. One time on the line.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
And Harden is capable of getting you a triple-double every game. His versatility is incredible.
George from deep three-point land. Can't connect from long distance. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Bounce pass from Durant. McGee with no one around. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play